Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ngala Masiatieno. I'm from Kenya. Currently, I'm in Italy pursuing my master's in urban and territorial planning. And I have a background in a bachelor in landscape architecture. And today I'll be sharing some of the opportunities of master's opportunities and scholarships in Italy. So the webinar will be divided into two parts. The first part will do the presentation. I'll do the presentation. Then that will be the 45 minutes. Then the next 15 minutes will be questions and answer session. So welcome everybody. So welcome to the Master Scholarship Opportunity through the Global Pathway for Girls. Italy is a country in the Southern Europe, and basically with the beauty of the different cities, it is diverse in culture, and also it boasts a very rich architecture and a lot of cuisine in terms of food and experiences as you interact with the local. The population now is decreasing because there are more older people than the young people. So this presents a very unique opportunity for anyone who would like to join Italy. And this one will attract you as an international student, because as the market grows, it will help you find your way through education and maybe other opportunities that you might find yourself in. And they'll give you two universities. One will be Politecnico di Torino. In English, it's Polytechnic of Turin. It's in Turin. And the other one is Excellence Scholarship, which University of Milan offers. It is in Milan. So in Turin, the first scholarship, it offers the university, the scholarship offers, it is an agreement between the two couples that offer this scholarship. And this one is unique because it's a scholarship for Afghan students. The good thing when you join Turin, the city, it will offer you opportunities in terms of job. And any student in Italy is allowed to work around 20 hours per week. And also, the university will offer you housing because it has some arrangement between the local company and the students. And also, there are platforms that the university offers, such as Housing Anywhere and Facebook and Telegram softwares, apps that the university will give you if you join the scholarship of the university. These apps, you can find housing for you to get your house, which are also affordable compared to the scholarship. The city is well connected with the bus and train, and you can find your way either if you live inside the school or outside the school. You can find your way easily. The next scholarship I'll tell you about is the Excellence Scholarship in University of Milan. The university will offer you housing and in the residential halls and the apartments. And if you are unable to find housing because it is quite competitive, you can get the school will link you up with also the local companies for you to get the housing. Milan is also a very, compared to other cities, it is it has a lot of residential areas, and also it offers a lot of opportunities in terms of employment and also other activities. Maybe you like sporting, maybe you like also to do other things, maybe your own passions away from school. Milan offers that good opportunities. And since it has a lot of these companies, you can find support in your employment during studies. Also, you are allowed to work 20 hours per week as a student. So the first scholarship merit, it is based, because this is a very special scholarship because it only caters for the Afghan students, and it offers 8,000 euros per academic year. So academic year is from November to July. So it's from September. Sorry, it's from September to June of the next year. And the beneficiaries, if you get the scholarship, you are exempted from the school fees, but there's a regional tax that you will pay for you, and also there will be assistance by the university when you apply. Like if you have issues, maybe there's some documents you can't get, they can help you and to get those documents for you. The first requirement, you must be an Afghan student and you must have a bachelor degree. And also, you must also fulfill the admission requirements for that master's degree that you like to have. And also, you must not have already like studied in the Polytechnic of Torino or any other Italian university. So it must be your first time to be like to apply in any university, in that university in Italy. So you must not have any other degree that you have gotten in Italy. So for the application requirements, you must have your passport or any other ID. So any other ID, this means that if you are already a resident in Italy, so if you have your ID, but if you are not a resident, you must have your passport, a resident permit. This also means that if you are not like an Italian, and I mean, if you are an Italian, or yes, if you are like an Afghan, a student living in Italy, you must have this resident permit. But the good thing is that if you don't have it, like once you get into Italy, the university will help you in getting the resident permit. And there are always those arrangements before you fly into Italy. You must also submit your CV. You must also have your bachelor's degree and your transcript. And you must have the syllabus or course description. This syllabus means that maybe the units that you studied in that bachelor. So anything you studied, if it's the units, if it's any internship that you did while pursuing your bachelor's degree, must be included. So this one you can just do it by your own self because it's like what you did while doing your bachelor's degree. You must have your portfolio. Portfolio means if you want to maybe pursue a degree in a master's degree, maybe in architecture or in urban planning, and you have a bachelor's in architecture, you must have your portfolio. Portfolio means the drawings that you have been doing, and you must also submit if you want to do that master's in architecture. Maybe if it's other master's opportunities such as economics, maybe medicine, the portfolio is not needed. English, English certificate. English or Italian. English means that you must have a B2 or higher. But now there's an exemption in this because most of the universities in Italy accept an official statement from your previous school where you did your bachelor's. Like if your course work you did while, if your coursework, if your bachelor coursework was done in English, your school can write a confirmation or a letter to this university of Torino, stating that that your coursework was like taught in English, so they won't be in need of having this certificate. But if you want to do a course taught in Italian language, you must have a certificate, which is basically a B2 level. You must have a statement of validity of your bachelor's degree. This one also is given by your school. So it's like your school, the school that you did your bachelor will email this Polytechnic University of Turin. So stating that it is valid. It just means that you did your bachelor's in that university. It's like a confirmation. and any other document that you might seem or you might deem suitable for this application. So for the certifications, there's the Cambridge and also for TOEFL and TOEIC certification. If your bachelor's degree was not taught in English, and also if you like to do your if you like to join an Italian language master's course, but if you were taught in English, if your bachelor's course was taught in English, your school can write a letter to this Polytechnic University of Torino, stating that that your bachelor's degree was taught in English. So there won't be need for you to like submit this TOEFL or Cambridge level certifications of English. I hope I'm clear on that. If you have any questions, you'll ask me at the end. There's also an online non-refundable application for 50 euros, and it is paid by either Visa card or MasterCard. And there's also another requirement here that you must choose up to 2 master's program that you like to pursue, and in order of your preference. For example, you like to do a master's in economics or maybe a master's in urban planning. So like maybe you prefer economics than urban planning, so you'll start with economics. Or otherwise, you might want to do the master's of urban planning more. So you start with the urban planning. So you start with the one that you feel that you are more inclined to. The deadlines, the first call has ended in January, but there's this a second call which will end in the 3rd of April 2025. So you have like a month to it. So the application process starts the 3rd of March to the 3rd of 4th at 2 p.m. Italian time. So I'll take you to the university website. So this is where you can select. This is where you go select the programs that you like to do. These are the programs: architecture, construction, landscape, civil engineering, cyber. So you choose. So on this side, Italy and Italian and so like for example, like cyber engineering is taught in English. Then the systematic design is taught in Italian and in English. So this means you must have the Italian certificates. So while choosing, you look carefully on the language taught at this side. So like building engineering is taught in English, electrical engineering is taught in English and in Italian. So while choosing, you select the language that you feel you are more conversant with. So in choosing, you choose a maximum of 2 and you start with the one that you prefer more. To show you here, the language requirements. So these are the language for English, Italian taught. So these are the language levels. And when you go here, you'll find the requirements of those language that they prefer. So here are the cases of exemption. So I'm telling you that if your bachelor's was taught in English, if your previous school where you did your bachelor's can write to that Polytechnico de Torino telling them that you did your bachelor's in English, so they can exempt you. So after you look for the languages, you will go and register. Because like I don't want to be a student, you'll go register. After you register, you'll register here, putting all your information. Then after registering now, you can now be able to log in into your account. Then after logging in with your account, then you can now choose the course that you like to take. and a maximum of 2. And these are the documents that I've told you earlier that you need. And the deadlines are already, it's on 3rd of April. And also the payment is 50 euros that you need to pay for the scholarship to be processed. So there's this document for that scholarship. So here is where you'll go get just the same thing that I've told you. And the good thing is once you have already chosen your courses, like and registered, you won't need again to come back and reapply. So once you the first link I've given you, like once you've already applied for it, you and you have already registered and chosen your degree, the master's degree that you like to take, there won't be again a need for you to come again to apply for the scholarship. It will be like automatic. The once you like you've stated like you are an young student, it will be like automatic taken to account, like you'll be considered for this scholarship. This is the place I had shown you earlier. Like once you've already registered your information, everything, you'll be considered automatically. Like once your citizenship has been confirmed to be an Afghan a citizen, you'll be automatically considered for this scholarship. So there won't be need for you to like apply for the degree program, then come again and apply for the scholarship program. Some of the tips for success is one, you ensure that you are eligible, like you make sure like all these documents you have, all these documents that are required, you have them, and like you prepare them quite well and ensure that maybe if you are taking a photo of your documents, it is clear, is legible, and also you make sure that you start early because once the deadline has reached, it won't be considered. So you start early in you start early in applying so that you don't be left behind. So the second scholarship is the Excellence Scholarship. This one is offered by University of Milan, and also it is merit based. Merit based, it means that it is they consider like your performance is what is considered most. So like if you really did good, if you really did well in your bachelor's, so it will be you'll be considered. And also the good thing with also with the University of Milan, if you are unable to get accommodation in the school, because in the different website of this school, if you're unable to get, they do put the call for the housing. If you're unable to get housing from school itself, they'll also link you up to the housing agencies, also to the apps, either Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, where other students do advertise if there is some place that is free for you to rent. Also in Milan, because it is bigger, and also it's at the as the northern area of Italy, there are opportunities in terms of job, and you are also allowed to work 20 hours per week. There's also good transport. That means like even if you come either from work or from school late, you can get a bus to the area that you maybe you have rented. And also there are other opportunities in terms of if you like to experience in terms of culture, also in terms of networking, Milan also offers that opportunity because Milan is bigger and also it is urbanized, and it gives that opportunity for any international student like to also it is diverse, meaning that it has the different types of people or migrants. So it would be easier for anyone that is migrating as an international student to be able to find a place they fit in. For the requirements, you must have demonstrated an outstanding academic achievement. So this means your bachelor's you must have done very well, and also um, it is for international students, so it is not a domestic scholarship. This means that anyone from an international perspective can apply. The application requirements, you must admission application master's program by 31st May. So for you to get the scholarship, you must have applied for that admission. And also for this, there's no separate application for the scholarship. So once you have been admitted, it is automatic that you get the scholarship. So the starting date was on January 22nd, and the ending date will be on 31st of May 2025. And that's the application timeline. So I'll take you also to the university website. Excuse me. So, so these are the schools that offer. So the different schools you find your program. For example, if you go to this school of administration and public policy, so these are the programs that are available, such as this one, library services, that is available. If you go to analysis, for example, mm, so these are the admissions and requirements. So you'll go here and enrollment here of application. Also, you need to create your account using your different either name, passport, and for you now to get an admission. So these are the different schools. So it depends on what so there's still that open for masters. So it's up to you to in terms of applying. So I'll take you to the scholarship announcement. So these are they are quite limited because they only offer like 60 scholarships, and each scholarship is worth the 8,000 euros per year, which now starts from September to the next year of around June. And it is all inclusive of the tuition fee. So it means that you don't have to pay for the fees. So this 8,000 means that's for you for the rent and for the food and for the transport for you now to budget within those months. And 100 total exemptions from all the inclusive tuition fee. So once you get this scholarship, you are excluded from the fees. And but now there's that regional tax. So regional tax usually um, a range of around 150 euros to 200 euros, depending on the city that you are in. So you pay that from this. So it's like yearly. So like once you pay that 150 euros, it's like a tax, and then you don't have to pay again. So the scholarship itself, it does not offer you the other rent, but now because now you won't be paying the fees, can be able to pay your rent and your transport from this. So this is an average of around 750 euros per month. So you can be able to budget and be able to live quite freely, and you don't have like the financial stress. And also, as Ella have stated, that you can work for those like 20 hours, um, 20 hours per week. And for these two scholarships, you have to maintain a minimum of 15 credits per year for you now to like renew it for the next year. Like if this year you have a number of units, maybe one unit offers 6 credits, the other unit offers 6 credits, maybe the other units offer 15 credits. So like you have to like do exams and maintain a minimum of 15 credits now for you to renew. Like if your master's program goes for 2 years, the first year you get your 8,000 euros. For you now to renew for the next year, you must have like a minimum of 15 credits. So this is for these two scholarships. So it means you must now attend an exam and take an exam for you not to renew it for the next year. And for tips, like you must ensure that you are eligible to access this scholarship. And also for this scholarship, you must have a passport. You must also have your bachelor's degree, and also um, depending on what the requirements of the degree that you want to apply to, different school. Maybe, for example, what an architecture student is required is different from what a biology student is required. But the basic is the passport and your bachelor's degree. And if they would like so like because now each has its own different requirements, but the basic one is having your bachelor's degree, your passport, and if this course is taught in English, a letter from your previous university or from your previous institution where you did your bachelor's. If you did it in English, your school can write also to this University of Milan stating that you did your bachelor's in English. So like you are exempted from the requirement of TOEFL and the Cambridge level, which the level is around B2. You will be exempted from all this, unless now maybe you'd like to do a course that is done either partly Italian and partly English. So now you need an Italian language certificate, which also you'll be exempted. For example, if you did a course in Italy, maybe for 1 year, yes, it is usually for 1 year. If you did a course in Italy for 1 year, taught in Italian, you'll be exempted. But if you are new to the Italian education system, will be required to have your certificate in Italy, in Italian language.
Thank you so much for joining, everyone. You will receive the record of the session from our YouTube channel, and also you will receive the PDF of it from our website. Thank you, everyone.